All right, let's go right back out to Herndon, Virginia, where a crowd is watching crews try to capture a black bear. This has captured our attention for most of the day. Katie Lusso has been in the area for about a half an hour now, or maybe longer, actually. Katie, what are we seeing? Oh, is he down?
As you can see, the bear is actually coming down as we speak. So I can tell you that the wildlife resources crews are here as we speak, and you can see the bear is down on the ground. You can see the wildlife resources agents. They are working to see where he is headed next. I can tell you they have moved everyone back down the street. A nice lady allowed us back onto their porch. It looks like he just ran into the back of someone's yard. So this has been going on for hours now. This happened around 1 o'clock. They first started seeing him. You can see the officers kind of looking for him. And this is why they actually moved everyone out of the way and down the street, because they wanted to keep everyone safe. So most people are actually down the block, about a block away. But you can see the officers going back there into the back of this home here on Center and Eldon. And they're looking for the bear now. Now they appear to have lost him. But he was up in that tree for hours, really, until the last 5 minutes or so. We don't know where he is right now. He's probably back behind the house. I can tell you neighbors earlier were telling us that he was just walking around enjoying himself. He apparently came from Maryland, made his way through parts of Northern Virginia, was in McLean at one point, and now he is here in Herndon. Who knows where his next stop will be, but he is now out of the tree, somewhere behind this house. We'll be out here keeping an eye on him. Send it back to you.
Yeah, he's apparently doing quite the tour across the DMV. And Katie, I know you've been telling people, that the experts have been telling you, that because this bear is out there, people really do need to be careful and perhaps not let their dogs or other folks just kind of hanging out in the backyard stay out there. But also, while you were on, we could see the crowd mobilizing to kind of try and see where that bear went, and the police trying to almost head them off from doing that, because that little black bear, while he's been up, has come down, and he may be a little unpredictable at this moment.
Yeah, and I think it's important to mention that they did ask everyone to stay in their homes in the area, to keep bird feeders and empty bird feeders, keep pets inside, and really be aware that this little guy is probably hungry. He's been up in that tree for hours now. He's been on a whole trip around the area. So right now they are looking for him, appear to be circling this one area back behind the woods and behind the house where this is, and that tree is where he came out of. So it's likely that he is back there somewhere. He couldn't have gotten very far. They have this whole area taped off. So right now looks like they're actually running towards him, and they were here. They were going to give him a tranquilizer and then take him somewhere safe. You can see there's actually a pickup truck right here with what is where the bear was going to be put until they got him back to the wildlife resources area where they were going to check him out. He does have a tracking collar on him, and that's how we were able to know where he has been throughout the day. Again, this has been going on for hours, Leslie. He has been to Maryland, he has been to McLean, and now here in Herndon.
He's been on the run for quite a bit, Katie. They were able to track him with that device, but have they said anything about why they allowed him just to keep going? Is it because they actually couldn't catch him, or is it because that's the best way in terms of conservation efforts to handle a bear on the loose?
Well, I can tell you Herndon police were not going to touch him because they wanted to make sure he was safe. So they had been waiting for quite a bit since we last spoke to you. They had been waiting on wildlife resources to arrive here to then safely get him out of the tree. But the safest place for him was that tree. He is now out of the tree and somewhere walking around in Herndon.
Yeah, that's a really crazy thing to happen, right? We don't necessarily think about black bears roaming, but they can, which is why everyone has been talking about, if you see a bear, you really got to give it a safe distance. And then for people who may be watching, who live in the area, if you happen to see or have some sort of contact with a bear, you want to make sure that you don't look directly in the eyes of the bear, and you certainly don't want to run, because that might trigger some sort of chase response, and you certainly, most importantly, don't want to approach the bear. Though we are seeing, Katie, and you've been telling us that the conservationists are trying to get closer to him so that they can get him to safety.
Yeah, and I can actually tell you I see some movement happening behind the trees. It looks like they're coming back out or walking around, so I'm not sure if they have the bear with them or where the bear is at this point. Can't really see them, but I do see them kind of moving around back there.
You know, we wondered when we were watching earlier with you on WUSA 9 News at 4, and you were talking to Simone, whether any of those conservation officers had any tranquilizers or anything in their hands. I couldn't see anything in the hands of the people who you
I didn't see
sort
anything.
of showed us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting to see.
I think
how
it happened so quickly. Like, they arrived here, they were looking to see kind of what the situation was with this bear. And then before they could even do anything, he started climbing down on his own. He was like, I'm out of here.
Well, and that was a very possible outcome, right? That the bear might come down on his own. And of course, we know that they may use tranquilizers or some other kind of method to relocate that bear. But primarily now, this is really about assisting in safely getting that bear out of a yard and into a place where they can monitor him and then get him back to a safe place.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're just waiting to see. Again, I do see some movement back there, but it's not clear what is happening back there. And they have asked us to stay back. A woman
Sure.
here allowed us up onto her porch. If you take a look actually to my side, you can see there's a whole group of people up here on this porch. We're all trying to stay out of the way. But back there behind the trees, that is where the bear went, and that is where we saw police go. Those wildlife resources people go as well, and we have not seen them come back out since.
Katie, how long have the people that are standing on the porch with you been watching, and had any of them seen this bear before he kind of made his way up into the tree?
Some people have been out here for hours, I know. I know that a lot of people have been out here for some hours. I don't know about this little guy. Are your parents here? Yeah? Is it okay if we chat with him?
Yeah.
Is it okay if we chat with this little guy right here?
Oh, sure.
Yeah? Can you tell me, how long have you been out here?
For about maybe 15 minutes.
Okay, so you just got here.
Yeah.
What do you think of everything that's going on?
It's magnificent. I've never seen it before.
Magnificent. Did you see the bear come down?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your thought?
It was cool but scary.
Okay. Do you live nearby?
Yes.
Have you ever seen a bear out here in Herndon?
No,
No.
never.
I'm sure you're hoping he's okay back there. Yeah. What's your message to the bear?
I hope he's okay, and I hope they don't hurt him at all.
Yeah, I think that's what we're all hoping for. Thank you so much. Appreciate you chatting with us. So, some people just got here in the last 15 minutes. Others have been out here for hours. When we got here, the street was just packed with people watching from behind that police tape.
This is the season, apparently, when the bears like to roam around the DMV. Who knew this was the tourist high season for bears moving around? But if you're watching, and we know that this reality is possible, there's some things you can do to make sure that you keep these bears hopefully out of your backyard. And that, of course, is removing the trash, getting rid of those bird feeders, storing your food properly, being aware of your surroundings. Obviously, if you're someplace where bears are common, we've been talking about them. They're not always so common in urban areas, but obviously we're seeing here that it can happen. But most importantly, you want to give them a lot of space. And it sounds like the conservation officers are doing what they can to do what that magnificent young man just shared with you, which is to get that bear to safety without harming him or anybody else.
Yeah, and Leslie, we've seen this before, right? We all remember Franklin from Northeast DC,
Yes,
so we've
we
seen these
do.
bears in the area before, but I don't know that we've seen one kind of on a journey from Maryland to Virginia, just making a whole trip out of this.
Does this bear have a name?
Let me ask, does anyone know, does the bear have a name? Has anyone? Oh, you named him Eldon. Okay. No, who named him Eldon? Okay. All right, so apparently he does have a name. His name is Eldon. I'm guessing he's named after the street.
Yes.
Okay. So we do have a name for this little guy, but actually I want to take you back over here. You can see one of the wildlife resources officers is back, so not sure what that means. Don't see anything in his hand. It looks like he's going back to the car, fixing the tape, and then he's probably going to head back to his car. Not sure what the situation is here. It does look like he's moving the tape down, so maybe there's an update here to see if we can try to get an understanding.
Someone just yelled a question at him. Do you know what he?
Yeah,
what
I
the
think he
question
asked
was?
if did he say, is the bear back there? Okay, he's not playing. So he's not trapped. So he told one of my colleagues here from another station that he is not trapped yet. Tranked.
All right.
Tranquilized.
Well, as this
Okay.
mission to trap Elvin the bear continues here in a Herndon, Virginia, very energetic neighborhood because of this visitor that they have, we will keep
Yeah, but
watch.
it does look like they're moving the car back there. So that is the little cage that they're going to put him in once they do get him. So I don't know if that means that they've cornered him or what the situation is there yet.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to let them do their thing, Katie. We're going to take a quick little break, and if something happens and there's a break in the action, you let us know, and we'll get right back to you.
Okay, sounds good.
And we'll be right back.